tacos and the egg roll? Hey!
Stonehenge sprayed with orange powder paint by Just Stop Oil activists.
You know, many people believe that Just Stop Oil is controlled opposition, that they're funded by fossil fuel companies to make environmentalism look stupid. In my opinion, I think that's not true. I genuinely think these guys are just unhinged and they think that this is actually helping, because their Twitter page after they did this had an entire methodology laid out as to why they decided to deface a literal UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's all unhinged. It's so unhinged that I genuinely don't think that it could be made up. Now, fortunately, they didn't do any damage to Stonehenge, but this isn't because they used orange powder and cornstarch to spray the rocks. It actually wasn't paint. No. The reason why the rocks aren't still orange today is because it didn't rain. If it rained, it would have leached into the rocks and also would become stuck to all of the fossils that are on the rocks. The people who were involved were immediately arrested, but whether or not they'll catch charges is debatable, because most of these people, they're not regular people. They're almost always connected to somebody. And if you don't believe me, search it up. Genuinely, it's a fun game to play to find out just how many of these individuals does so happen to be related to celebrities, politicians, and aristocrats. These people do this because they've never known struggle ever, and they think what they're doing is helping people for whatever reason. Because it's so obvious that defacing Stonehenge would absolutely compel individuals to stop and then eventually outlaw the use of fossil fuels.
PewDiePie is truly on his loving husband and father era.
Aw, look at those two with their baby. Isn't that wonderful? I can't imagine anybody on this planet hating on this image and this post in general. I'm sure we're not going to read anything super hyper, but oh my god! Are you serious? How? He just has a family. Literally nothing about this is political. Nothing. You're just a hater. We know that your family is broken and you just can't handle that. You just wish the whole world was as miserable as you. This is pathetic, man. Like, for real, the projection is crazy and the logic is missing. There's no reasoning here at all. Like, genuinely, if you consider this fascism, I wonder what isn't. Like, genuinely, do you think a reality where people don't start families and aren't married to each other and aren't happy is somehow positive and good? What world do you live in?
Ohio mom sentenced for death of 4-year-old diabetic daughter who was mostly fed baby formula mixed with Mountain Dew.
I wish I could tell you that this was malicious. I wish I could tell you that this mother just wanted to, I don't know, not be a mother anymore. No, it's a lot more deplorable, sad, and disappointing. She's just an idiot. She's just a terrible, neglectful mother. She didn't have the common sense to think that giving her child formula mixed with soda every single day would be detrimental to the baby's health. That never came to her mind. This woman being born with a smooth brain is the reason why this child isn't alive. You would think someone would have the capacity to read instructions on formula, would be able to understand that the only liquid that should be mixed with that powder is water. I mean, they literally tell you how to use the product on the product. But maybe I'm giving her a little too much credit. Maybe she's illiterate too. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if she didn't even know how to spell her name. Now, I know it's been a couple of years, but a lot of people remember this story about Sha'Carri Richardson being taken out of the Olympic 100-meter race after being, caught with in her system. And there was a lot of controversy and conversation about that situation because people felt that she was held to a different standard, that other athletes who were more popular and more skilled than her were still able to participate in their, respective athletic events even after being caught with narcotics in their system. And after the Olympics that year, that conversation kind of ended. But now it's 2024, and that means new Olympics controversies. And yeah, a volleyball player was convicted of the worst thing imaginable and is still able to participate in the Paris Olympic Games. And do you want to know why he's able to participate? It's because he was convicted of this crime before the Olympic Games began. So he can participate. For whatever reason, there isn't a rule against that. Unfortunately, I can't go into detail about what he did. It's YouTube, but it was god-awful, and because this has never happened before, and for whatever reason there's no laws addressing something like this happening, he's still allowed to participate. And of course, people are going to begin to go into the past and see how other athletes were, reprimanded for behaviors that were incredibly low stakes, and comparing that situation with our current one, and seeing, why some rules exist and some rules don't. I feel like there's at least one dead animal in my house right now. Asmongold commits to cleaning his house. It can't be that. God dang, bro. What? That's where you do work? I can't imagine the smell. Dude, you make so much money. There's no reason for you to be living in filth like this. Like, genuinely, if you just wanted to focus on streaming, you just can't find time to clean, you have the resources to employ people. But you don't even do that. You just want to live around this. Are you nose blind? Can you even smell? I'm sure we're all aware about the Sketch controversy. All of the major commentary channels have not only shared the story, but also their opinions about everything that's going down. And for those of you who are unaware, Sketch is a very prominent live streamer. And recently, as of 5 days ago, a 17-minute video created by Pocketbook Philosophy talked about and exposed how Sketch, 2 years ago, before all of his fame, started and ran a gay OnlyFans featuring himself and other people. Many people were shocked about this because, one, not many people actually knew Sketch's real name, which was exposed in the video that Pocketbook made about Sketch. And the second thing was the fact that people were just shocked that Sketch was both gay and participated in that type of work. This video blew up on YouTube, and the hashtag Sketch allegations was, I think, trending on Twitter for a little bit, and many people initially thought that Sketch's allegations, or the leaks that were put out that day, were about something criminal, when in reality the allegations were much more tame. Now, many people had serious feelings about Sketch's past behavior, and those opinions were voiced online, whether they be positive or negative. Either way, Sketch didn't want this to come out, and it was none of our business, and this guy, Pocketbook Philosophy, released all of this information with the intention of seeing how Sketch would react and what his fans would say. And that's about it. This information that no one knew about, and certainly Sketch didn't want anyone knowing about, was shared with the entire world simply to boost this man's channel, to gain clout, and also to see a reaction from Sketch, which unfortunately he did receive.
Wasn't planning on doing this today, but I guess so. Okay, I'll start from the top. Look at this, open and honest. That was me. That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay. 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff. You know, I'm a changed person. This is going worse than I thought it was. Okay, I was dealing with some addiction problems. A couple of them. But, no excuse there. What, I guess. Just trying to give you some background here. What else was I going to say? That was a dark time. Rough time.
Pocketbook was successful. He got a reaction out of Sketch. Come to find out that Sketch did all of this stuff during a dark period of his life and has for a long time been fearful about this coming out, to such a degree that he almost did something very, very terrible to himself. He would also go into detail about how he's a changed man, how he would never do something like that again, and whether or not that's true, I'm not going to get into that here. You guys can talk in the comments about how you feel about Sketch's past behavior and current sexuality. You guys can speculate about that and talk about that in the comments. But what I and many others are very concerned about is the motivation that led to this information being released. None of this was our business. None of it. And it certainly wasn't a part of Sketch's persona and his online presence, so to make the argument that his younger fans are somehow in danger of being exposed to explicit material is incredibly stupid, and the fact that Bruce dropped me off, along with Sneeko and many other large live streaming content creators, keep making this argument is more than frustrating and incredibly annoying. Like, seriously, I genuinely didn't think there would be a reality where XQC would have to air you out on his stream because you keep making statements, Bruce. It makes no sense. This entire controversy is pointless, and I hope Sketch is okay, because man, this is so stupid and so unnecessary. Look, I apply sunscreen every single day before summer camp, but before outdoor activities, the staff is supposed to apply sunscreen to the kids. They admitted yesterday that they didn't on Wednesday because it was overcast. I seriously need y'all to educate yourself on the UV index. I am so mad. It's not really like a crazy sunburn, but man, she's gonna feel that, and it really sucks when you need to just I don't know, lay down. And you can't help but rub up against any piece of fabric. Everything just feels like knives. But hey, at least the post kind of went viral on Twitter. You can air out this summer camp, let people know that they sometimes don't do their jobs and the kids in their care get hurt. And most of the responses on Twitter to this post were incredibly normal, except this one. Not shaming this mother, but the contrast of white mom problems compared to what the women of Gaza are going through, seeing their children blown to pieces. I never want to hear a white person complain again. Okay. What? I and everyone else on the subreddit were equally perplexed. This was so out of left field. This post was screen capped and shared on Twitter as well. Many other people on the platform were just as confused. Nobody knows why this person made this statement and in what universe it would make sense. In what reality it would ever be permissible to say something like that. It has nothing to do with it's just like some people, man, the way that they operate, I have no idea. It's really crazy that there's a human behind this account, that someone actually wrote this down thinking that it was in any way, I don't know, appropriate or meaningful. By far one of the best examples of no one asked. So apparently in Philadelphia a couple of days ago, a man named Gary Miles, who's 35 years old, has been going around town and assaulting women, specifically with his own body fluid. He would stand behind a lady and then, release himself onto her. And this has been happening to multiple women throughout the city, and this video in particular captured the moment he did it, and it's really hard to watch. So skip to this time if you feel that you're unable to see it, because this is rough, man.
Look, he nutted on my leg! You go to hell, bitch! Oh my god! He nutted on my leg! He nutted on my leg!
Because of that video, along with a lot of surveillance footage from multiple different stores, one in particular being Dollar Tree, he's been arrested and charged with indecent assault. And no one knows how much time he's going to get in prison yet, but he is behind bars and he is away from the public. And it just really makes you think how many times he got away with this before he got caught, man. People born in 2011 are doing horse trank on Twitter. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's your 13th birthday and we are okay. And we're going into a K-hole. Are you serious? In this circumstance, I gotta censor the account because this is a minor doing literal like narcotics. This is someone get an adult. Can we get a parent somewhere? This post did go viral on Twitter for a little bit, and yeah, it's funny for like 5 seconds until you realize that someone's neglecting this child. Someone needs to take care of her. Why does she have access to hard narcotics? I'm talking the type of party favors that you take to EDM festivals. You don't do this on your 13th birthday, you do this at EDC. There really shouldn't be any circumstance that a teenager, a 13-year-old, should have access to anything like that. It really makes you think why she would be compelled to do anything like that on her birthday. At such a young age, what world does she live in which this is normal? That's just not how you celebrate your birthday, and that's terrible. I really hope that she's okay. I hope someone falls out the sky and saves this person from turning into a statistic, man, because there's no reason why you should have access to something like that at such a young age, and then feeling as if it's normal to post it online. Good grief. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? If you're old, make sure that bell so you get these notifications every time. I'm sure many of you have realized that today's video is not the newest installment of r/Morbid Reality, and it's because yesterday I put out a poll asking how long you want the newest episode to be. And many of you guys participated in that poll, but for whatever reason, YouTube didn't share that poll with all of you guys. So I really want to make sure everybody on the channel has an opportunity to vote on that and really tell me how long you want this newest video to be, because I have so many new stories to share with you guys and I want to be super sure that this new video is entertaining and suitable for everyone. So please participate in that poll, and I hope today's video was enough to hold you guys over for a little bit more time, just so that everybody on the channel can share their opinion. And I wouldn't be able to do content like this and the future Morbid Reality video without my Patreon supporters, so a big thank you to Yex, Quispy, the main Mon, the motherfucker named Charles, Polaris Prospect X, Codman4372, Peke Zoo, Mr. Maskey, Blacklist Gaming, User Deleted from Planet, Kinkle Dinkle, DeathCon5, Twitch is Lost, Convicted Poop Singer, Dawnbreaker Drake, Traffic Racer, Fisherman, The Blurred Star, Mr. Sandman, Mike, That One Girl, Loving Tate, Code Connor Purvis, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, Primavera, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, The Fake Musician, Samantha Bellhart, Dunner Hawk, and Noah. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one on my merch store and one on my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so I can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.